tackle? What's the competition been like in there among the 4, 5, 6 of you guys?
It's been amazingly brutal. It's been unreal, man, to see all those guys working, and just you have to bring your game every day, because ain't nothing solidified, especially with these positions. It's nothing solidified. Everybody's competing right now. Everybody on that D-line can run. Everybody on that D-line is physical, and everybody on that D-line has amazing athletic ability. So you have to stay on your game every day.
Your playing time seemed to kind of go down late last season. What happened there, and what do you need? What did you feel like you needed to do to kind of step it up this year, I guess?
Well, it was because I didn't really know the system like that. Like I was kind of running around with the blindfolds on, and it was big time football. It was big boy football now. When you got to be in your gap, when you have to be in your gap, and you have to be where you need to be at to make sure everything flows good on the field. And when you're not there, that hurts the defense. That hurts the team. And I myself, knew that I wasn't ready to be in that role. I would rather have somebody out there that knew what they were doing all the time, out there taking care of business, and that's exactly how it went. I wasn't ready. I don't feel like I was ready. Even the thing, I wish I would have knew what I knew now, then, because I would have been ready then. But I kind of went out there blindfolded, and and the coaches did the right thing by sitting me down and putting somebody up there that knew what they were doing. And I took that to heart, and I worked my behind off in the summer.
When was the play or the moment, I guess, that it kind of hit you where you're like, wow?
It was just every game. It was every game when you like at a certain amount of times. For example, like New Mexico, they had a crucial play, and I was supposed to be in my gap, and I ran, thinking it was passing. I ran out of that gap, and he ran right through the gap that I ran out of, and I had to hurry up and run back to make the play just before he get first down. They win the game. If Chancellor don't, if I don't make that play, the Chancellor don't stop him on 4th down. They get first down, and they most likely win. And that play was right there. That's when it was like, you know what, like, I'm not doing my job. You know what I mean? And if I'm not doing my job, you got to put somebody out there that's going to do their job. And that was totally understandable.
What have you done different this year to get yourself more ready, feel like you're ready?
Oh, man, I've worked my behind off in the summer. Like, I didn't go home. Well, not really home to go to, but I didn't go nowhere. I was here the whole time, just here working out. And everybody went home for spring and everything. I was here working out with Pitt and the strength staff, and I got stronger, I got faster. I lost a good amount of fat and weight, and I'm moving way better than I ever moved.
How do you train yourself to get that discipline, that gap discipline that you're talking about to be ready for that?
I'm still working on it right now, man. It's not as bad as it used to be. I don't bust plays and bust defenses like last year because I'm smarter now. But now it's more of a technique thing, and stand in that gap, but doing the right technique, stand in that gap and doing the little things, and that's what I've been working on, trying to do the little things, because I can play fast, I can run, I can get to the ball, I'm athletic, but it's about doing the little things to make sure that I do it consistently.
You mentioned the competition. I assume you knew it was going to. I mean, is this what you expected? How fierce it was going to be? No one coming into camp.
That's why I didn't go nowhere. I stayed here the whole summer because that's one thing I told Coach Caldwell. I was like, it's no time to, go play and go try to have fun and stuff. It's too much competition on that D line. Like, it's ridiculous how much competition they have on that D line. Every position. Like, you can easily lose your spot, or one day you think you're up and then somebody else balls out that day, then you're down again, then you got to ball out again the next day. It's up and down every day.
So is it you and I guess Deuce and Robert Ash, or who you kind of going against for playing?
It's me, Deuce, and Hoyt, and it's a constant battle every day. Every day.
Are you still moving around on the interior at all? Or you pretty much
well, I can play nose and tackle, so it doesn't matter where I go. You know what I mean? Deuce can play nose and tackle. You know what? Our whole D line is interchangeable. Like, anybody can play nose. Because sometimes you can't just get up and go to 3 tech, especially if the offense shifts. Some guys just got to shift down, and we have to play nose or 3 tech. So You can play all. I can play it all. Everybody can play it all.
You mentioned about getting into better shape or whatnot. You dropped 20 pounds since you arrived on campus.
Well,
last year?
since they tricked me when I went they put me in a hotel and fed me 3 times a day. And I gained 20 pounds in 3 weeks. I came here 296, and then I got into training with Pitt, and my life changed forever because I didn't know that it was that hard. And since then, I dropped 20 pounds. I was 25.9 body fat when I got here. I'm 18.5 now, and I bounce between 272, 277, but stronger than I've ever been, faster than I've ever been, feel great, more conditioned.
What does that weight, that 275-ish, whatever, playing weight allow you to do?
Oh man, it allowed me to shift and pass rush. Like it allows me to get off the ball, and I can go 6 plays, and I'm winded, but I'm not, Jesus take the wheel, please take me off the field, I don't feel like that, so that's a great thing.
You have goals of continuing your football career after this season?
Yeah, it's always a goal of everyone to continue their football career after, college football. But, I always have my A and B plan too, if that don't work, I can go into singing, I can go into with my degree. The biggest thing is having my degree. NFL stands for not for long, so I can go there, 4 or 5 years, and, if I make some good money, that's okay, but the biggest thing is my degree and making sure I have a career, that's the biggest thing. That's what I really want to do.
Is it singing?
Oh, yeah, singing and anything else I can stick my foot in. I'm kind of like an octopus, like my foot in everything.
You mentioned the competition on the D-line. Do you feel bad for the opposing quarterbacks you guys are going to face this year?
Yes, I do. We continuing to work, but our coaching staff, Coach Horst, we rallying in believing that our D-line can dominate anyone. We still working. It's still a process, but I think at the end of the day, we're going to be a dominant defense, and I think we're going to be able to get to the quarterback. And I just pray that they know that we're coming.
Have you seen a good example of how this, staying fresh and this rotation is going to allow you guys to pursue harder, attack harder, or whatnot?
It's a great example every day at practice. You know what I mean? Like, you have 4 guys go in, and depending on where the ball's at on the hash, either they're going to stay in or they're going to come out. If the ball come to us or come to our sideline, we're going in, and they're going to change out 4 guys. And Coach Caldwell is really good about changing the guys out. If the ball's closer to us, we're going to change guys out. If it's farther away, you're going to stay in there. But we're conditioned to the point where if we have to stay in there, we can stay in there. But we're ready to change out at any time.
The 10th anniversary of Katrina is next week. It's starting to generate a lot of media attention, that kind of thing. When you see that next week, what kind of things are going to go through your mind?
You know what? I really try to forget about Katrina. Yeah. That's one of the worst times in my life. That changed not only changed the city, but that changed me as a child on a lot of things. Because I just having that feeling of safety. Even if you're in your house and you're not on the streets, it's always some type of danger going on, and that just changed my whole world. Like, I was 12, I moved out of school, moved to another school, wasn't accepted where I went to because they had a bunch of us coming from out of the city, and a lot of racism, a lot of different things going on, and fighting, and just a horrible time in my life. And I try not to even think about it and stuff like that. But I'm happy the city is getting rebuilt. It's not built back to where it's, after 10 years, it's still not where it needs to be at, but I'm just happy it's getting there.
Did you guys leave before or after the hurricane hit?
We left after, right? So we got caught in it and had to get shipped out to a bridge, had to walk on the bridge.
What was it like being in the middle of that storm?
It's scary. Like, if you've never seen a storm surge before, so you see water coming. The water is really strong, right? So you see water coming towards your apartment complex, but it's as high as the 2nd floor. So you see the water coming towards you, and it's pushing cars out of the way like it's nothing. So my auntie has a brand new car, and the water hits the car, and it just washes it like it's not even there. And it clears everything out, and I'm just sitting there scared. Just like, I didn't know what to believe or how to feel at the time.
What floor were you on?
We were on the third.
Okay.
So that that was a good thing that we were on the third, you know. And then we had to cut a hole out of the top, you know, and they had to come get us out of there and stuff like that. So
Like off
that's
the roof, or
yeah. Most of the people who survived the flood, you chop a hole in the top of the roof, and then the plane comes and they take you and they send you to the bridge so you can walk.
you were evacuated by plane?
Yeah, it's
Helicopter or what?
helicopter.
No helicopter. Okay.
It's
What's it like working with Coach Caldwell, and how has he helped you?
Oh man, Coach Caldwell is awesome, man. He's fiery, dedicated, and he wants the little things done right. You know, it's nothing but the little things and consistency, and he demands it out of you. You know, and he demands it out of you to the point where when you do it wrong, you're mad at yourself. You know, and that's the type of coach you need when he allows you to have conviction in your heart. You know what I mean? You start to believe so much in the system and so much in what he's teaching that you have conviction in your heart about what he's teaching you. So when you do it wrong, you're upset. You know, so I love the guy.
I know you talked about, you know, when you got here, you knew that you'd have stability and all that stuff. But when did it start to feel comfortable, the change in Boise and balancing life, football, school, academics, personal?
I think everything started feeling comfortable when I got my first 3.2 here. It was, you know, usually when you have stability, that means that you can focus on the things that's important, you know what I mean, like school. So when I was able to focus on school and actually get a 3.2, then spring semester I had a 3.5, you know, and it seemed like every semester I'm doing better and better. So that means I must be getting stabler and more stable because I'm able to focus on school, not have to worry about food, not have to worry about my sleep, that I can take care of them things. When I was unstable, my grades, you know, it was hindered. Like I had 1.7 and stuff until I told myself that no matter what, even if I'm unstable, I'm going to do what I have to do. But most of the time, my grades went up is when my girlfriend opened them, took me in, you know, so and they gave me stability. So now that I have stability, you know, my grades are doing well. So that lets me know I'm doing well.
I know you kind of have a passion to help people that have experienced similar things to you, or they're going through adversity. Have you had a little chance to maybe you know, take advantage of some of those things?
Heck yeah, I love it. I love it. Anytime someone call on Antoine Turner to come talk to the kids about anything that has to do with homelessness or, you know, this trouble learning about life and surviving, come talk to me because I'm going to be there. I'm going to go do it. Like picnic in the park, I loved it. I love being around the kids. I love, you know, sharing my story with the kids and letting them know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. You know, you can make it.
Did you guys already get one of your cost of attendance checks yet?
Yes.
What was that like, getting that first extra bit of money?
You know what? Like I was okay with the 781. I'm not gonna even, you know, like I never had money like that, you know, and I got 781. I was on cloud 12, so. They get add $200 more to it. I'm on cloud 26 right now. I ain't mad at it at all. I love it.